Good morning, sir. Good morning.
My friend, Mr.
How-
Queen,
How are you today? How are you?
I can't complain. How about you, teacher?
I'm okay. I'm okay. Yeah, a little tired today, but okay.
Well, how was your day?
Well, it just started.
You were in the
It just-
outside? You
No,
were in the
no,
business?
No. I've been working this morning. I started it's 9 o'clock now, right? Yeah, it's 9. So I started at 8. So I've worked an hour so far.
Wow, I think your brain is burning right now because of the lessons on Cambly.
No,
And
well,
it might be so challenges for you because you have to deal with so many Cambridge students, and some of them don't even anything about English, I think, and it might be so difficult to teach something to them, like me at the beginning of my process.
no, it's okay. You know, like for example, before you, I had this a kid, you know, yeah, and you know he
Cambly kids.
no, I'm not in Cambly kids, but the kids always call me. The kids, I don't know.
Where is the kids from?
It's from Asia, Taiwan, I think. But yeah. But anyway, the point is this: nice kid, but I could tell that he's not really interested. You know what I mean? He's not interested in learning. I mean, I think he's doing it because his parents want him to do it. You see?
By force.
Yeah. So, you know, I'm trying to get him to be like motivated, and he's, you know, that's it.
He tends to sleep, I think. He or she.
Yeah, it was a male.
Yeah. She wasn't tends to learn English, right? Maybe.
Well, yeah, he speaks good English. I mean, he speaks good English. It's not that. It's just that some, you know, I have a few kids that have attached themselves to me. You know what I mean? They like me for whatever reason. I don't know why, but they always seem to. I'm not in that Cambly kids program, but they always call me. You know, and so. And some of them are very, very interesting because they're so young and it's very, very knowledgeable, very smart. I mean, you know, and they all come from Asia. It's like unbelievable. Like these kids they speak they speak very well and they have a lot of knowledge. So it's just like surprising to me. Not surprising, but it's really good. But some of them are very enthusiastic. But then I get some of them who are not so enthusiastic. You know what I mean? So that's when it becomes complicated.
Yeah, it is. I agree with you because people. I think people tends to learn. I think tends to. We should discuss what is tends to. I think I use this word wrong, but
no, you use it correctly in that context. People tends to do something. In other words, something that people would do normally.
In early ages.
You did it correctly. Yeah, people tends to continue.
People tends to learn English when they young, right? And
usually, yeah.
And for example, I would not learn English as much as now when I were in 30 years old, right?
Correct.
If I was in 30 years old?
No. I wouldn't learn as much English. If I was 30 years old, I wouldn't learn as much English as I do now.
I do now, okay.
Yeah. If I was 30 years old, I wouldn't learn as much English as I do now, because my brain is still developing. I'm still learning. You know, the brain cavity, the brain, the
Mm-hmm.
cranial, the cranial, and which encompasses the brain, actual brain. The brain doesn't completely develop as a person until 25.
Exactly, it is right. But the
Right.
problem is when the people grow, right?
Right.
And like me, when I was a student, I
Mhm.
had to deal with my lessons, right,
Mhm. Right.
and school,
Right.
and not anymore. But
Right.
now I have to deal my social life. I have to deal my colleagues. I have to deal my
Right.
work, and
Right.
um, my house's rent, right,
Mhm. Mhm.
rent price, and my family problems, my school problems, and my colleagues want to go somewhere with me, and
Mhm.
sometimes I cannot deny them. It is
Mhm.
it is my problem. I should think of it uh, because of my friends. I cannot how could you say this? I cannot concern. No,
I cannot be concerned.
not concern. Actually,
Oh.
I cannot focus on my business. Right. For
Mhm.
example, I sometimes I make a program schedule on Cambly,
Right.
and uh, even if I have a problem, I have a schedule on Cambly.
Mhm.
My friends don't understand me. Why you are learning English? And when someone tell me like
Tell-
this,
when someone tells me.
when someone tells me
Mhm.
like this, and I say, okay, I choose Cambly.
Right.
Then I
Right.
choose Cambly because
Right.
uh, this is important point. That the point
Mhm.
is, if I have a friend of mine, and
Mhm.
if a friend should um, how can I explain it this? For a friend help his friend, right?
Right.
Help
Right.
their friend about their problems, about
Mhm.
their education, their
Yeah.
life. They
Yeah.
uh, they should contribute it their friend's life and
Right.
supporting, right?
Supportive. They should be supportive
Supporting,
of you. Supportive. Yeah.
and I don't need more friends because they affect my life, right?
Right. Exactly.
They affect my process. And for example, today I want to study a lesson, and
Mhm.
a friend of mine called me, Hamza, hello, how are you? And I said, yeah, everything is okay, and you will come with me tomorrow.
Uh-huh.
And I said, I don't, because you um
You said you can't.
you are speak with me directly.
Right.
You are speaking like you have to do, but I don't have to do because I have a program uh, tonight,
Right.
and I want to study lesson.
Right.
And this is problem. That's why I should choose my
Mhm.
I should choose friends
Mhm.
like uh, how to say, careful, right?
Carefully. Carefully. Carefully.
Carefully to
Mhm.
time management.
Right. Right. But
Exactly.
right. No, but I understand what you're saying. Right now is you are. This is a point where you're sacrificing. You're
Hmm.
sacrificing this moment for your future, because your brain right now is still developing. You're 21
Hmm.
years old. Your brain hasn't fully formed itself. So you've improved immensely in the last few months in terms of your communication skills. So now you want to keep going, and because down the road, when
Mm-hmm.
when they're looking for someone to hire someone, okay, let's say hypothetically, an international hospital.
Yeah.
Uh, I give an example. I don't know if you ever want to go to work in Qatar for example, Qatar. But Qatar has an amazing hospital that they've developed. Amazing hospital. One of the world's best that they've developed. And in that hospital, they're always trying to hire people. Okay. Like for example, they were trying to recruit my wife at one point, but she
Mm-hmm.
was interested in going there. But they were going to give a lot of benefits. Like for example, salary was going to be tax free, was going to be a good
Wow,
salary. Yeah, good salary. I mean,
that's
very good.
interesting.
You'll be a rich guy with that salary. Okay, tax. They give you two holidays back to your country.
Mm-hmm.
Holidays. They pay for the airplane to travel. And if you have kids, they'll put the kids in a private school. They'll give you a place, an apartment to live in. They give a lot of fringe benefits. You see what I
That's
mean?
charming. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of fringe benefits. Now, but you have to know, you have to be in your field. Obviously, you're a nurse. You have pediatric experience. You're learning more adult experience. But you also need to know English, because I don't know. Do you speak Arabic?
No, I don't.
Right. So the common denominator is going to be English. So if you know English,
Mm-hmm.
those are jobs that could open for you, and those will be dynamic jobs. So when you're, let's say hypothetically, 25 years old, okay,
Mm-hmm.
and they you find out there's an opportunity. You have 5 years of experience. Okay, you you say, look, I know English. I speak English well. Yeah, maybe you take your test, your IELTS or whatever it is, and you've proven your level of English. Boom, you're in the money. Hamza,
Yes.
in the money. So right now you need. This is like it's like when I used to be a runner. I used to be a runner at one time. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I actually ran marathons. Okay, but in those days I used to be in good physical condition. I used to go running 10 miles a day. Which is like 13, let me see, 5K. Yeah, like 15,
Wow.
15 kilometers a day. You know, I do 2 sets of running. Sunday, I used to do a 25-kilometer run, you know, just to get myself used to running long distances.
Mm-hmm.
So, but that is in preparation for running in a race. If I ran the race without training, I'd fall right on my face, boom, after the first 100 meters. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
this is your
that's right.
right now. You're training, you're sacrificing for the future, because your future is so bright, my friend. It's so bright. First of all, you're an intelligent guy. You're
Mm-hmm.
enthusiastic. You're really, really superhuman being. So, and you're young. You're young, which is a very important formula.
Mm-hmm.
And you're adventurous. So when you put all of those 5 factors together, your future is bright, bright.
I don't want to my future for for other people's, right? For other
Mhm.
people.
Right,
Yes.
right.
Yeah, you have a point. You are completely right.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
when I feel so, how I'll need this word. When I feel so hopeless, right?
Hmm.
And that's time I speak with you, my friend. This is my situation.
Hmm.
And after I speak with you, right? And I uh, I feel remotivation.
Right. Renewed motivation.
New motivation,
We say reinvigorated.
reinvigorated. Wow.
Reinvigorated. Reinvigorated. It says you are reinvigorated. You have renewed energy.
Mm.
And this is the thing. This is why you need people to support you.
Mhm.
It's like, you know, they all say you're climbing out of the barrel, right? We have a saying,
Mhm.
you climb out of the barrel. There are people who want to push you and help you to get out of the barrel, but
Mhm.
there are those who are pulling your legs down. They want to keep
Literally, it is.
right. So you have to figure out who have the
I have.
who have positive vibes, positive vibes, or negative. You know what I mean? Positive or negative vibes. You know, I'm gonna write that word down. Vibe. Now, you know, I'm gonna explain to you what vibes mean.
Mhm.
So positive or negative vibes, okay? Positive or negative vibes. In other words, those people who are gonna give off a positive
Mhm.
feeling to you,
Mhm.
positivity, or it's like an example. If you were, let's say you found a nice young lady, for example,
Mhm.
okay? Hypothetic, you know, you found a nice young lady. And she said, "Oh, Hamza, you need to spend more time with me. You know, don't. I want you to stay home. We're gonna look at TV. You know, we're gonna
Cinema
cook. Yeah, you know. But I have
party.
to. But I have to study. I have to. You know, I'm preparing for my. I'm studying English, and it's very important I study. No, but why are you doing that for? That's you're not gonna. That's what. How is that gonna benefit you? You know, you have me. We're here. Come on, we're gonna have kids. You know, you don't need to waste your time doing that. Yeah. As opposed to, Hamza, that's fantastic. Yeah, don't worry about anything. You go ahead and study. I'll be here. You know, whilst you're studying, I'll cook some nice dinner for us. When you finish studying, we'll have dinner together and spend time together. You know what I mean? Those
Yes,
are we're talking about negative and positive.
I really understand
Yeah,
because I experienced like this kind of things
right.
in my family, in my friend. Yeah, that's correctly because
Mhm.
uh, you are positive vibes for me, right?
I'm
And
glad.
that's why every time when I speak with a friend of mine, I uh, I I tell them
Hmm.
about you because when I feel hopeless, right? When I feel reinvigorated,
Reinvigorated.
reinvigorated, right? And
Right.
I have a friend of mine in United States of America. He is my hero, and uh, he rescued my life, rest of my life.
Yeah. Well, the word when you use reinvigorated, it's a
Mhm.
positive. So when you feel,
Yeah.
you know, let's say when you feel a little hopeless, a little
A
down,
little hopeless,
what we call melancholy,
melancholy. Yes, we say melancholic in Turkish.
Okay, so
So close to each other.
yeah, melancholy.
Have
Oh,
you
you have that term, melancholic in
melancholy?
yeah, you have that term. Wow.
Yeah,
Okay,
but
that's it.
not Turkish word. That's why so many people don't know it.
Uh huh.
What's melancholy?
Yeah.
Melancholy.
Melancholy is those moments, you know. So I sometimes, like, for example, sometimes when I get up in the morning,
Mm-hmm.
I'm a bit melancholy. You know, I feel like, wow, um, there are things that I want to accomplish that I haven't accomplished as yet. You know, that
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, and I'm a person right now is I don't have 50 years in front of me to make things happen, or 40 years. You know, I'm in a window of 10 year. I'm in a 10-year window right now, 10-year window. And I'm trying to accomplish a few things. You understand?
Yeah, I see that.
So the thing is, so I have to pack everything in now, get it done now, so that the next 10 years are going to bear fruit. You know,
Mm-hmm.
because in 10 years, hypothetically, I'll be 70. Okay, now, for me, 70 is just a number. It's just a number. But uh, it also is a time where I have to consider all the other factors involved, because everything is kind of coming together at this moment. My kids are older now, right? In 10
Yeah.
years, they'll be in a situation where possibly there'll be, well, let's see, my son will be 27, my daughter will be 29. So those are, especially my daughter, that'll be a marrying age, around that time, maybe a little earlier than that. So my son, maybe, hopefully, if his football career takes off, he'll be in the throes of his football career, So, I mean, so these are the things I have to look forward to. On the other hand, I have to consider all the other factors, like, where one is going to live. Okay. Because now you have to think about, for example, one has to think about medical becomes a very key factor when you start getting to this age, because you think, okay, I need to be in an environment where I'm being taken care of medically. You see what I mean? I don't have to worry about insurance and all those things. Like if let's say hypothetically, I decided to come and live in Turkey, for example. Okay. I say, you know what? I've chosen Turkey to come and live in. Hamza says, Turkey's a great place. I choose Izmir, for example. Something, throwing something. Get a nice bungalow somewhere in Izmir near the beach. Get out there, have my fruit trees in the backyard, my lemons. Have my fresh fruit, fresh vegetables, fresh fish to eat. And I just get up in the morning, go to the beach, take a nice stroll, come home, have a nice lunch, a nice breakfast. Do a little work. I don't know, something intellectual to keep my mind stimulated. And then take a nice siesta in the afternoon, and in the evening go down to the cafe and have a Turkish coffee with my friend Hamza, and we relax, we chat about the day. Then I go to bed and continue that routine. You see what I mean? So that would be
What a good dream.
That would be the ideal situation. You see what I mean? It's quite feasible. It's quite feasible. All what I've done is very, very feasible. Let me write that word, bro. Feasible. Feasible. The word feasible means it's not far-fetched. It's not far-fetched. It's something that's doable to be done. Far-fetched.
Far-fetched.
Far-fetched means that
it is possible.
Far-fetched means that it may not be possible. Feasible means it's possible. It's possible. Very feasible. Very feasible. Very doable. Very doable. You see.
What's the word? You said doable. Or?
Feasible. Feasible.
Feasible, and you said like doable.
The opposite would be far-fetched. Far-fetched.
Yeah.
Far-fetched. So
it's
far-fetched
possible.
Yeah.
Right. Feasible it means it's possible. I said far-fetched. It might be not possible. Right.
Correct.
By force.
Exactly. So if you have a scale, the center is a scale. Feasible would be on a positive side, going positively, and far-fetched would be going the negative side, down at the back of the scale, the bottom of the scale, at the far end of the scale. So that's what we look at feasible. So it's quite feasible to accomplish these things. You know what I mean? It's not far-fetched. It's feasible.
I have to make a decision. I have to make the right decision for my future. That's I think I can sacrifice my social life a little bit to reach my goals. I should, I think, because my life is so busy because of my job, and Istanbul is so crowded, and the traffic is so busy. I'll make a good plan, both to visit, to rest a little bit, and to reach my goals, and also for my social life.
Right.
And because I don't I cannot time management. No, this is not wrong sentence.
Okay.
I don't
Yeah.
manage my time, right?
Right.
This is my problem. I learn I have to learn how to I say no to other people.
Right. Right. But this is Hamza. Look.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This is a time of growth and development for you. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And right now is you should. Okay. You should keep the growth. The growth is important in terms of developing your English and doing your things, but and also the development in terms of the people around you, okay, your friends and colleagues. Because when you get married, let's say you're 21 now, let's say 30 years old, you're married, you want to have a family, etc. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
once you do that, you're not going to have a lot of time for your friends. See what I mean?
Yeah.
You're not gonna have a lot of time to do things that are fun things. So now you have to incorporate. You have a job. Not many people at 21 years old have in a situation like you where you have a very serious job, where you because
sure.
your hours are long. You work long hours. There's a lot of responsibility in your job. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And there's great expectations from you. So that's a lot of burden to put a 21-year-old guy. At your age, you should be having a little fun. You know what I mean? Relaxing a little bit, enjoying it, exploring yourself. See, when I was 21, I didn't have any serious job. You understand me?
Yes, got it.
I was learning and developing and gaining experience. So when I got a little later on in my 20s, I had a lot more experience. See, I knew how to deal with situations. I knew how to handle certain things. Now, you have this dynamism going on between your job, your friendships, and you have in the center, you have expectations from family, etc. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I'll explain what I mean.
Tell
I
me.
mean that, for example, yeah, I should discover new things. Then, and I'm already doing something to, for example, I go somewhere, I visit some place, and I have a lot of friends, and but if I leave time for all of them,
Right.
that I cannot find any time to myself, right? And for example, when I go somewhere, right, to visit, if every time I go with my friends, I cannot discover. Sometimes I cannot. I go same place,
Okay.
but if I if I affect my friends, I can discover new things. Right? I don't like people who likes doing same things because
Okay.
they don't contribute to me anything.
Right.
Right? I have a friend of mine in the gym, and he doesn't know English, and his lesson is not good, but he teach me
He
uh,
teaches me.
he teaches me about he teaches me about gyms, right? How to ice sport, right?
Right.
And yeah, that is why I need this kind of things.
Right. Well, look, when you're in high school, when you're growing up as a kid, you have a lot of friends in your school. When you're in high school, you start tapering down. You start differentiating who's your friends, who your real friends, or who are not. But you still have a lot of friends because it's still a popularity thing. When you start getting out into an adulthood, it's not important. You want to crystallize the friends that you have now. You want to make sure that the friends you have are going to be the friends who are supportive of you. You know, they're not wasting your time. You don't want to have to, oh, come on, let's go out and have a drink. Let's go have a, party tonight, No, but I got work tomorrow. Come on, Hamza, what is wrong with you? Come on, you're like an old guy. Come on, come on. You know what I mean? No, you want people who are going to appreciate who you are and value, be supportive of you. When you get your family in your late 20s, let's say hypothetically you have your family, your relationship to your wife, your kids, your family, your parents, and your wife's parents, that's going to be the core. The friends are only going to be a part of that, but they're not going to be the sustainable part of that. Every once in a while you'll meet your friends to say, hey, come over to my house. My or my son is having his birthday party. You invite them over. They're going to be in the same situation. And as you get older, you have less dependency on friends and more dependency on your relationship with certain people. Like, I don't have a lot of friends. I count you as a friend of mine, but I don't have a lot of friends. It's not like I have a lot of friends all over the place. I know a lot of people. I've met thousands of people in my lifetime, thousands. But people know that if I don't see them in 5 years, and I call them up and say, hey, I just arrived in London. What do you do? Yeah, hey, talk when you're here. Hey, come on, man. You're going to stay in my house. Don't worry about anything. Just come hang out. Those are my friends. You see what I mean? Or, I say, Hamza, I'm coming to Turkey. Hey, come on over to Turkey. Let's come and hang out,
Coming out.
Yeah. Even if it's 2, 3, 4, 5 years down the road, it doesn't matter. These are the colleagues that you want. So I know right now is a little clouded, the situation. You still feel that trepidation, Your mind is still a bit clouded. But you know what, Hamza, like I said, you're ahead of the curve. Ahead of the curve. You ever heard that term?
No, I haven't.
So this is what we call an idiom. Ahead of the curve.
Ahead of the curve.
Yeah. Okay. So when we are growing, we're going in a curve. We're growing in a curve, or growth spurt. Okay. We start off fast uphill, and then eventually, as we get into to teenagers, and then to the 15, 16, 17, we start tapering off, and then we stop growing. Okay, height-wise. So you are ahead of the curve. You're already grown past the highest 100 percentile. You're now at 200 percentile. You're ahead of the curve. People at 21 years old are not in the position that you're in. In other words, they don't have a job, a stable job, a profession that look. They hired you to go to a different place to work. Why? Because they recognize your capabilities. They recognize we have somebody who we'd like that we could groom and develop. You see what I mean?
Yes, I got it.
Right. So these are all factors, my friend. So you're ahead of the curve. What I don't want to have happen to you is, this is the key. And I like how you enjoy your life. I want you to enjoy your life. Don't lose out on your youth. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Your youth. Yeah. Enjoy yourself. Like you go out, your boat rides, you're doing things, you're active. A lot of people, when they get into their work life, they start working. Work because they live to work rather than work to live. You understand me?
Yeah, completely.
Yeah. You don't want.
You are right.
Yeah,
you are right. But you correct my some ideas.
Look, I'm not here to tell you what to do. You have your.
No.
Yeah.
I mean that, for example, my mind was a little confused, right? For the conversation.
Right.
And now my brain is doing better.
Right. Yeah.
My brain is better.
I'm happy. Hamza, look, like I told you, my friend, we are human beings. We're not robots. We're human beings. And we have emotions. And sometimes we feel great. Sometimes we don't feel so good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, sometimes
we are human.
Yeah, we're human. Sometimes I get up in the morning, I feel like 100. I feel like on top of the world. Sometimes I don't feel like I'm on top of the world. You know what I mean. So sometimes we're battling. We're battling our demons. Battling our demons. Anyway, I'm there with you, brother. Whatever you need, I am here, supportive always for you.
Every time. I believe in you.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Then time to lesson.
Give me your lesson. I know.
Okay.
Okay.
Unusual homes.
Okay.
Sherlock Holmes.
One of my favorites.
Have you ever? I've been watching Breaking Bad.
Uh-huh.
Have you ever watched it?
Breaking Bad. I saw it like the first 2 episodes. What do you think of it?
Yeah, I watched for 2 episodes. I watched only 4 episodes.
Okay.
2 episodes. I'm sorry. And
Right.
yeah, it's doing the series is doing well.
Oh, okay.
Up to here.
So you think it's something I should indulge in? You think I should look at it? I've seen the first 2 series. You think I should continue to look at it? A lot of people like it. I don't know. It never like caught me. You know what I mean? Sometimes you look at it like you feel
Violent.
it. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
So maybe you can look at. I'll look at it. Unusual Homes. I love that. I love Unusual Homes.
Have you ever seen like this home?
I haven't seen this particular home, but I went to a place in Spain called Cuenca. I'll write it Cuenca.
I think it means
Cuenca.
It means reverse home.
No. When you Google Cuenca. No, not afterwards.
Yeah.
They have these homes on side of the hill, the mountain. They build these homes. They call it the hanging homes of Cuenca.
Wow.
Yeah, it's rather interesting. But
inverted house, right? Inverted house.
No, not inverted. They're on the side. Like if you on the balcony, if you come out on the balcony, you're looking down. It's kind of like in a valley.
A valley, yeah.
Yeah. They build the houses in the side of a mountain. But these are dwellings are unusual houses. Unusual.
Yeah.
Okay, so dwelling. What's the term?
Dwelling is a house. It means a house, right? People lives in there.
Right.
Residence home.
Exactly. Like right now, I'm living in a dwelling. This is my dwelling. If I refer to this place, I'm referring to this as my dwelling.
Okay.
Right.
Hut. Right.
Hut. Right. Hut.
Hut means small dwelling, right? Maybe.
A small and simple house or building.
Exactly.
Right.
Like, yeah, I can show you this. I messed up everything. I messed up my room. This is shield.
Oh my gosh. I have one. I need one of those.
But I mean this. This is dwelling.
No, that's a dwelling. Yeah, that's a dwelling. Yeah. That's pretty. Where's that from?
A friend of mine brought me from Germany.
Wow.
Germany.
Okay. Sehr gut.
Yeah, it's so similar.
Yeah, it's simple houses. Oh,
But,
a birdhouse, like a birdhouse.
Yeah, it is possible.
Oh no! I see. That's just to put it up. Okay, that's cute.
Sovereign. How I call
What?
it? Sovereign, like a gift from someone.
Oh, okay. Yeah, a gift. It's a present.
Sovereign. How could I?
Souvenir.
Okay. Hot, smaller and simple.
Right. Like I'll give you an example.
Okay.
If you go to the islands, if you go to the Pacific coast, the Pacific
Mm-hmm.
Islands, Pacific, like the small islands in uh in in um, in the Pacific, like
Mm-hmm.
Philippines or around there, people live in huts. They build huts out of the branches of the trees. They
Mm-hmm.
take like the coconut branches, and they lay them, on top. That's their roof, and then they build a structure around it. So everything is built from product that they find, and then you live inside of it. Yeah, and it's keep cool. Yeah.
Some of them is made uh, with bamboo tree, from
Absolutely
bamboo tree,
made from bamboo. Absolutely made
made
from.
from bamboo.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. No, but that's fantastic. That's fantastic. Now another example of huts.
Mm-hmm.
When I was a kid, my dad took me into the Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
And I
Wow.
went, yeah. So when we went there, we encountered people living in huts. The indigenous people, they were living in huts. Okay, and there was no running water. There was no electricity. They didn't have any cooking facilities. Everything was done. They had the huts where they lived, and everything else was uh, accomplished outside of the hut. You understand?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Basic life.
exactly, exactly. So that's it.
Mm.
Huts, right, right. So anyway, let's move on to the next word.
Shack.
Shack. Okay, shack.
Shack.
Okay.
Shack. Shack mean a small house or building that is not put together well. We say
Hmm.
that wasn't. I didn't remember like correctly.
Hmm.
Um, Jerry built house.
What kind of house?
Jerry built makeshift house.
Yeah, like a makeshift house. A makeshift
Yeah.
house, right? Yeah. But where a hut is structured is very stable. When
Mm-hmm.
they make it right, it's stable. A shack is like, if you go to a poor country, for example, a poor country
Mm-hmm.
like when I went to Brazil, people
Mm-hmm.
lived in shacks. They just take like different things and they put together a place that they could live. But if a really heavy storm or something could just blow it away, you see what I mean? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a
We
shack.
say um, it might be another slow.
Hmm.
It's like it's
Slum.
slum. Hmm.
Yeah, yeah, slum.
It's
Where
like
the
a slum.
Yeah, like what we call a neighborhood, a barrios. In Spanish, you call a barrios, and
Hmm.
a neighborhood where the poor people live. They live in the slum. You know.
Okay.
Now, you ever seen the movie Slumdog Millionaire? Slumdog Millionaire.
No, I haven't.
You
But I
never?
would like.
Did you heard of that? Have you heard of that movie?
No, I have
Oh my
not.
gosh, you got to see that movie. Here, I write it for you.
Okay.
Slumdog Millionaire. Slumdog Millionaire. You got to see that movie. It's actually an Indian movie, but it won the Academy Award. It's a really really good movie, really really good. Slumdog Millionaire. Yeah,
Okay, I would like to watch.
yeah, you got it.
Um,
It's a great film. It's a great movie.
I'll take him note
Take,
to
take my
watch.
word. Take my word for it. It's a very good movie. You'll like it.
Thank you.
Yeah. Anyway,
Um,
so
I'm
that's a
sure I
slum.
will like it.
Yeah, so that's a slum. Okay, slum is a dilapidated neighborhood. Dilapidated. In other words, the neighborhood is not that is broken down, poor, destitute. People are living, without a lot of benefits. Usually crime is rampant.
Hmm.
Crime. Yeah, criminal
So
activity,
dangerous places.
very dangerous. Okay, now story.
It means floor, right? I live
Exactly.
in this this flat
Hmm.
has 4 story
Right. You're
stories.
right. Not your flat. The building that where you live in has 4 stories. The building.
This This apartments or
No, the building.
the building?
Yeah,
The building
has 4 stories.
has 4 stories.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
each level. Each level.
Each
Now,
level.
what level do you live on? The first floor, second floor, third floor?
Third. I live in third floor.
Okay, so you're in the third story. Third story. Okay,
Exactly.
right. And
I live in third story.
how many apartments do you have in each floor? How
In
many
Istanbul,
apartments? No, in your place. How many apartments
okay.
in each story?
5. Oh, no. Okay, I see that. question. 7 or 8 apartment in this
Wow.
story.
On
Yes.
one story, 7 or 8 apartments.
Yes, this.
Just one.
Yes.
Like you have an elevator that you get on. You get in an elevator.
Yes. The elevator near to my house.
Yeah, you have an elevator. You in your building, you have an elevator, or you have a walk up.
No, the building has an elevator,
Okay.
and
Mhm.
it's near to my. It's near to the door.
Okay, it's near to your door. Okay.
Yeah.
So my question to you is, when you get off the elevator, how many doors do they have on your floor? How many doors?
Hi. How many floors? Totally, right?
No,
1,
how
2,
many
3.
doors? How many doors? You told me there are 4 stories. 4 stories,
Mhm.
and you live on the third floor. The third floor.
Yeah.
So when
As I said, 8.
8. Okay, so there are 8
Yes.
different families living on the third floor.
Exactly. Yes.
Okay.
They are.
Great. Okay. Fantastic. Now, when you start living in when you get your job in Qatar and you come back from there after working there for 10 years, you saved all your money.
Mhm.
You're gonna come back and you're gonna build yourself a mansion. A mansion.
A mansion?
Yeah.
Hey.
Mansions. So the next word is mansion. A
A
mansion.
mansion. Yes.
Yeah. You're gonna have, and then you're gonna have in the mansion. You're gonna have this a guest house in the back. A guest house. So when I
Mhm.
come to hang out in Turkey, I could stay in the guest house in the back. You live in a big mansion.
Okay. It is. It is. Is there access in the apartment or hotel?
No, a mansion is a home. It's a house that is
Yeah.
big, and you could have a gymnasium in there, a movie theater inside the mansion. You could have
Wow.
swimming pool. I've seen mansions. I've seen them. I've been inside. Like for example, some famous basketball players live locally, like Shaquille O'Neal and there was another player named Dennis Scott. And I was involved with a movie in which they shot the movie at Dennis Scott's home. Dennis Scott lived next door to Shaquille. Shaquille was next door to him. But it was a mansion. It had like its own basketball court inside the house. Like they have a swimming pool that goes in and out. So you could swim inside or you could go outside and swim.
Have you heard of it? Winchester's house. Winchester's house.
Winchester?
The biggest house in the world.
No. Winchester?
Yeah, Winchester's house.
The guy who made the guns, Winchesters?
Yeah. 1 centuries ago, 100 years ago, and a lady built a house, which was so big, right?
Right.
And I think that was an invention, the biggest house in the world, right?
Okay. Wow.
That there was an interesting story. There's an interesting story.
Okay. Well, a lot of wealthy people own mansions. But in order to have
You
a
have a mansion?
no, I don't have a mansion. I have a dwelling. But there are mansions that I've seen in near to me. There are people who live in mansions, huge houses. But mansions are expensive because you have to not only you pay the cost of it is expensive, but you have to pay taxes for the property taxes, which is expensive. The maintenance of the house, the electric bill. If you have a house that is 5 stories, for example, 3 stories, you have to pay a lot of money for electricity.
Today's palaces.
Yeah, so it's expensive. Okay, great. Let's move on to the next. Moat. You know what a moat is? A moat.
You told me,
Right.
I think 4 months ago,
Right.
and you showed me a picture,
Right.
right?
Exactly.
Near the castle, right? Around the castle.
Correct. There's a moat.
You showed me a picture like, for example, there's a castle, right? Moat around the castle.
Right. Moat around the castle. Right. You know, those are the old days. And like, for example, in the days of Constantinople, maybe there was a moat around the fortress, so that people, in order to cross it, to attack the wall, they have to go through the moat, the water. And if you pull the water thing up, it could be deep, they could drown. It's difficult to get their equipment across.
They cannot, people cannot pass the cross, right?
Exactly.
To provide it.
Concept. The theory of relativity is a very interesting concept. This is an idea, abstract idea, right?
Yeah, this is an idea.
Abstract notion or idea. Okay, great. Let's go ahead and read.
Okay, let me start it.
Yes, please.
We have 8 minutes.
Go ahead.
Unusual homes. Throughout history, the places people live have changed dramatically. Over the years, dwellings have changed from caves to huts, from castles to blocks of flats. Yet, the architectural quest for original and
quest
for original and creative homes continues. There are many examples of unusual homes all around the world. For example, there's the old purple house near London, or the Malibu shack with an underground system of tunnels.
Right.
In Miami, there is a three-story mansion placed on a private lake, and it even has its own moat. The list can go on. And on. Unusual homes are often built to attract the world's attention by showcasing new architectural concepts and innovations. Whether they are convenient to live in or not is debatable. However, one thing is sure: all of them have very high prices and are owned almost exclusively by very wealthy people.
Right. It's very good. Good reading, my friend.
Thank you, my friend.
Yeah, they're all high. It takes a lot of money, brother. Yeah, I need a lot of liras. A lot of
liras.
You need to sell a lot of kebabs.
Kebab pricing will. I think kebab prices will down now.
Is the presidential home? Is it a mansion? The presidential home.
Where's
the presidential home in Ankara? Is it a mansion? Presidential, where the president lives.
We say Chankaya, and
Chankara.
The minister lives in there, right?
Right.
Okay, I'll write it for you.
Okay.
They said in Turkish, right? The külliye means gathering a lot of things, but Turkish people say we cannot accept not külliye. We say palace
Oh, okay.
because the prime minister built 4 years ago, I think, and it costs over $2,000 billion. This is a this is a reputation. They said. I don't agree with them, but anyway, I don't want to criticize them.
Yeah, no, don't say it. I don't want you to get yourself in any trouble. Okay, according to the text, how have the, by the way, I have, we don't have as much time today because I think you were a little late today. So somebody might
have another reservation, I think.
Yeah, at the end of in 2 minutes. But let's continue. According to the text, how have the places that people live in changed over the years? How have the places that people live in changed over the years?
Okay. Over the years, the dwelling have changed. Over the years, the dwelling have changed from caves to huts, from castles to block of flats.
Absolutely, right. According to the text, how a place they've changed from shacks to huts, and then from castles to and then to what are some examples of unusual homes that you could think of?
Old Purple House near London, or Malibu Trek with an underground system of tunnels.
Okay. Wow, that must be interesting. Okay. Are unusual homes convenient to live in, you think? You think they're convenient to live in, unusual homes?
Where was the answer to this question? Could you answer for me?
Yeah, I think they're not. No, yeah, I don't think they're so convenient to live in because, when you live in an unusual.
Okay, this is my question.
Yeah.
No, maybe it might be yes or not, according to people their ideas, because this is a normal. This is not a normal house. This is an unusual house. They make to attract people like tourists, like other people. Tourist attraction. They will make. They make for tourist attraction.
Exactly. Yeah, unusual houses are big. They're spread out, so it's hard to, it's. I don't know. I like a house that's convenient, but not too big. You don't want a house too big.
Yeah.
You
have a call?
No, not as yet. I'll let you know when they call. They haven't called.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me answer these questions.
Yeah, go ahead.
I have. Have you ever seen an unusual home? Yes, I went in an unusual home. I think 4 days ago.
Okay.
I post a photo on Instagram. I posted. I think you saw it.
Okay.
And reversal house. That normal, not like this.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. So you visited an unusual house.
Yeah, I visited. Okay. I did.
All right. And the next question.
Not popular
in your country.
Not popular in my country, but some certain cities have unusual homes, like Ankara, like Istanbul.
Right.
Except them, there are less unusual homes in Turkey.
Okay. Okay. Have you built your own home?
Have you built?
Yeah. The next question. If you could, would you like to build your own home?
No, I would not. A friend of mine told me, I want. If you were rich,
right?
Would you build a house like this?
Right.
He showed me a reverse house, right?
Reverse.
And I said, what kind of things that you are thinking?
Yeah.
Of course, I would not.
Not, of course.
Okay.
Okay. The next one. If possible, would you like to live in an underwater house?
Yes, I would like to live in an underhouse because it would be amazing, and that's interesting. But not up to.
Yeah, we're running out of time, my friend.
Okay,
Peace.
take care, my friends.
See you
Take
soon.
yourself.
All
See you
right.
later.
Bye-bye, Hamza.
Bye.